Good morning, guys. Good morning. We are live. Welcome to Car Chronicles. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, Car Chronicles. Hi. Hi, Melody McFadden, my mod. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Special K, Linda Gamble, my other mod. Good morning, Jaime. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Marion Bell. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, J.A. WMS. Tasha Raines. Good morning, Demita Joe. Melissa McCoy. April Pearson. Beverly Childs. Good morning, guys. Ooh, y'all come fast. Lori Eden, KBR. Dolores Campbell. LaDonna Ford. Everett Bell. Sweet Lisa Girl. Dorian Hill. Patricia Ellis. Robbins. Hi. Dre Marie. Immaculate Davis. Good morning, guys. Bridgetta Stewart. Artrell Palmer. Good morning, Laverne Wolford. All right, let's get into it. Vanita Watkins, African Diamond. Good morning. What is it? Lee Inspires. Good morning, guys. Yolanda Gordon, Deborah, Artrell Palmer, Miss Mary, Tara Charity, Siobhan Foster, Demita Joe McCollum, Veronica Barnes. All right. Good morning, everybody coming in. I'm still waking up, y'all. Forgive me. It's been a morning. Oh, Lord. Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody. It is hump day. We are almost there. Thank you guys for joining this morning. We have a few celebrity things that we want to get out of the way first before we get into what we want to talk about. Okay. We got a good Car Chronicles this morning. As you guys can see, I am at home today. But we are still going to have Car Chronicles early. All right. Let's go ahead and do celebrity news first. All right. So celebrity news is Marvin Gaye's son, Marvin Gaye III. All right. His wife files for a restraining order, you guys, after a domestic violence arrest. All right. It says that Marvin Gaye III is said to have pointed a pow at his wife and was arrested. Her name is Wendy Gaye. All right. And Wendy Gaye Marvin's, I'm sorry. Hold on. No, her name is Wendy Gaye. I'm sorry. So she's Marvin Gaye III's wife. And she filed the order with the courts on this past Tuesday, you guys, on the 17th against Marvin Gaye III. All right. So Marvin Gaye III, of course, assaulted his wife and cousin during an argument inside his home in California. Okay, last Thursday. And like I said, pointed the pow at the wife as well as the cousin. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He cannot be out here on that. It says that police surrounded his house and asked him to come out, but he had already left in his Corvette. All right. They said the next day that he turned himself in and was booked on 2 charges of misdemeanor domestic violence and felony assault with a weapon. All right. It says that he posted bond of $50,000 and was released. All right. So I don't know what he was thinking on that. But, bro, you want a whole lot of trouble behind that. You cannot be out here on that. Let's move on. Todd and Julie Chrisley, as you guys know, they were supposed to be serving some time. They have already turned themselves in as of yesterday to start serving their time in federal prison, okay? AKA the penitentiary. Y'all know I like to call it penitentiary. It just sounds a little more real. All right, so they said that Todd is ordered to serve 12 years. Julie is set to serve 7 years, okay, for her involvement in this particular crime. Now, they are serving time behind a multi-million-dollar bank fraud and tax evasion scheme, all right? They've been ordered an additional 16 months of probation after their release from the penitentiary, okay? So Todd was asked what was his last words. Before he was no longer free. And he said, fight the good fight, honey. I said, what? Fight the good fight? You about to be fighting a whole lot of good fights. Where you going? I don't think he know that. Fight the good fight. I said, child, he must have been watching some Martin Luther King speeches before he went up in there, child, because he going up in there like this. He'll fight the good fight. I said, yeah, you and Bubba, y'all gonna be fighting the good fight all right up in there. I hope you did your push-ups like I told you before you went up in there too. So he done went up in that child on his Martin Luther King talking about fight the good fight. So I hope you got your, hope you got your muscles cranked up in there, sir. Because where you going, you're gonna be fighting a whole bunch of good fights in the penitentiary. All right. Moving on, honey. Moving on. Let's get on into this thing. I'm still waking up. It's gonna take me a little minute. Y'all know I'm not a morning person, so I'm still like, yeah. All right, so Carlos King, honey. Carlos King goes off on his YouTube channel. All right, and I'm gonna tell y'all what he had to say. He was snapping too. He says that I have never in my decade-long career worked with a woman who is still going through a challenging health issue, but still shows. He says that Kimmy showed up to work. He says that we filmed for 15 hours and Kimmy did not ask for a break. He said Kimmy did not say anything about can we move along. She never once said, I don't know if I'm going to show up. He said that Kimmy just showed up. This is what Carlos is saying. All right. So then he continued to go on and say that how dare you? And this is he said, and this is no one in particular. Yes, it is. He's being shady. Says to every reality star. He says, how dare you? How dare you sit up here and tell production? Well, I don't want to talk about that because it's too close to home. He says, get the F off the show. He was snapping. He says, and I'm saying it like that. He says, get off the show. He says that Kimberly Scott showed everybody, if I can do it, there's no excuse for nan one of y'all. That's what he had to say. All right. He says that he is over it. He said to leave us alone. He said, we're tired and we're bored. He said that we don't want to see none of it. And if it don't, he says, and if you don't want to do it, then get off the show. He says, stay at home and watch Sherry Shepherd because you got time at 11 a.m. to do it. And don't bother us. I was like, damn, but so y'all know he was talking about Destiny not wanting to talk about stuff and not wanting to reveal her life, okay, and what's going on with her. Because and she's been doing several interviews too. I did get a chance to shout out to Anthony Lofty. Check out, he did a whole reveal yesterday of some stuff with Destiny. As y'all know, he did the interview with Destiny. She was rude as hell. She was 15 minutes late. Then she did another recent interview where she was talking about she felt attacked in the interview with Anthony Lofty. And I was just like, well, we watching the same interview because I did not see nobody being attacked, girl. You just did not want to answer questions, just like you don't want to show yourself on TV. I just don't feel like Destiny is ready to be put out in the public to where she is having to tell her story and having to talk and be held accountable for things. If you don't want to talk about those things, don't be a public figure because that comes with it. She sat on a whole interview with this other person talking about, oh, I felt attacked. Oh, and the next time I'm going to do my homework with these people before I go and do these interviews with them because, I feel like, I was being attacked and I feel like they were just coming for me. No, it's called an interview. People are going to ask you questions like, what did you think you were going to do? Sit there and be looking crazy? Did we see Chef Don come in the building? If he's here, thank you, sir, for being here. I was just like, Destiny, really? Really, 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 really? Oh my God. But my thing is, if you're going to call a person out on your YouTube channel, Carlos King, all right, for not showing up and not doing what they're supposed to do, but you still allow these people to continue to be on your platform on the show, then that speaks volumes to you. It's your platform. Why do you keep hiring them to keep coming back and not, either tell them you're fired or you can't be on the show or make them tell their story? If you're going to be on this platform, you need to talk about what's going on with you. On period. Destiny should not be allowed to continue to be on the show if she's going to be problematic with production. If they're asking her to speak about certain things, be at certain scenes, be on time. If she is problematic, she don't need to be on the show. It's a privilege for you to be here because there's other people that can take your spot that has just as much talent and just as many things going on as you. So you're holding up somebody else's spot who's willing to go on there and tell their story and be transparent if you're not ready to do that. Get off the show. Like he just said, you don't want to be transparent. Remove yourself from the show because fans don't really want to see her anyway. She has a very nasty disposition. And it continues to show not just on the show, but in every single interview that she does, she sits there and rolls her eyes. She's very nasty. Okay? She's very nasty. And I get it where he was saying that Kimmy showed up. Yeah, she did. She shared a lot of things this season with her life. Kimmy was a little messy too. She was a little bone collector as well. We got to hold her accountable for that. But she was transparent. So it's not fair that certain people are allowed a platform to get on there and keep receiving a check and not being transparent. So that part I feel him on. But at the end of the day, you allow people to continue to get on this show and not do what they're supposed to do in their role. Martell's the same way. He's not really doing anything, but he's being able to skate by every single season and pick fights with Melody for a storyline. He is not trying to better himself. He's not doing anything in business. So this show is about promoting business. It is about promoting business. What are you doing to promote yourself, to level up, to do anything in life other than fighting with your ex-wife? Like, everybody's tired of that. What is your purpose for being on the show? Martell. That's what everybody wants to know. Carlos King, he likes to hold everybody else accountable, and he likes to tell them what they're not doing. But you have favorites on the show. And I said it the other day. You have favorites, Carlos, as it relates to Martell. Martell can do no wrong. And that's why he is the way he is. Real talk. Martell is the way he is because people do not hold him accountable. His mama didn't hold him accountable as a child. Then he grew up and got married and destroyed 2 households. Okay, now you got 2 single mothers out here raising kids in 2 single mother homes, single family homes, because you wanted to do what you wanted to do and be a whole asshole out here and not be held accountable. Now you're on a show receiving a check, fighting with people, starting mess. You ain't got no businesses. You ain't got nothing going on for yourself. You're not trying to level up. You're not trying to fix your attitude. You're not going to counseling. You're not doing no therapy. You're doing nothing. So why is he able to be on the show and sit on a platform and sit at a reunion looking crazy when you're asking him questions and he just sitting there with his hand up to his face? Like, what type of entertainment is that? You can't even answer simple questions where he's asking you where you went wrong in the marriage. Well, that's all No, we don't know. Tell us what is really going on and why you are still on this damn show. You already said you're not studying for your builder's license. You're not going to do that. You're not promoting the wine because you're not selling it anymore. I already told you, go on his website. You can't even put nothing in the cart. He's not doing that. So what is your purpose for being on this show? Besides still using Melody as your storyline and getting a check off her back. That's all I see. I'm sorry. That is all I see. So don't go on your platform and be arguing with people talking about they're not being held accountable. And if you don't want to share this, then get off the show, when you keep allowing them to come back season after season and continue to do it. You have the power to tell them you are fired. You can no longer be on this platform. But you allow them to come back every season because you're friends with them and you don't want to see them be upset with you. Boy, bye. All right. So I have a video I wanted to share with you guys. From my understanding, Martell Holt, honey, is running around here charging $3,000, baby, for people to interview him. He will not take an interview from anyone unless you pay him $3,000. That's his new little come up now. Okay, what he has to talk about, I don't know. Like I said, he ain't doing nothing. He is not doing nothing. So who is paying $3,000 to you, sir, for you to be saying nothing but continue to be repeating the same lies that we've heard over and over and over and over and over? So now he is charging $3,000, $3K, honey, in order to get an interview with him. And then he's doing his homework to find out who you are when you ask to do an interview with him, to see how biased you are. So if you're the type of person that hold him accountable and ask him the tough questions and you don't agree with him, then you won't get that interview. All right. And I'm going to play the video here. I'm going to play an audio so that you guys can hear this most recent interview that he did, where he was gaslighting as hell. He was lying his ass off. Okay. And this little narcissistic mess that he continues to portray was seeping out in this video. All right. So I'm going to play the audio here for you in a second. But I'm trying to figure out, Martell, why are you charging $3,000? Okay. With your slow, cannot pass the builder's license test. And it's an open book test too. Your skunk loafer wearing ass. With your Uber truck with $5 in the tank, like driving around with $5 in the tank with your damn gas light on. What do you have to talk about this $3,000 worthy? That's worthy of paying $3,000 for? I'd rather throw my purse out the damn window at 85 miles per hour on the highway than give you $3,000 to be asking you some questions for you to lie in my face. Real talk. I will get on the highway, baby. I-20 and roll my window down at 85 miles per hour and throw my damn wallet out the window before I pay you $3,000 for you to lie in my damn face, Martell. And I promise I will not turn around and go pick the bitch back up. I will leave my purse out there on the fucking highway before I pay you $3,000 before you lie in my face. And that's on period. Yeah, I ain't even gonna look in the rearview mirror at the bitch. I'm gonna keep driving because at this point, it's just beyond me that anybody would be that stupid to be out here paying you. I'm still trying to get over the fact that you got this cover in Upscale magazine to be in there telling lies. So now you're running around on this campaign to be trying to fix your image and steady lying on every damn interview that you're on. It's crazy. I said, I'm listening at the interview. I said, I know damn well he didn't just say that. As if we haven't seen most of this stuff play out on national television. And you are sitting here telling a whole lie with extra lies on it. Bro, a whole lie with extra lie sauce on top of it. That's what that was. I said, oh, hell no. No. Let's go ahead and play this bullshit so y'all can hear it. Because I was just like, it's the sheer audacity, bro. All right, shout out to Impress Radio, honey. I'm going to go and play this for y'all, this audio, so y'all can hear these lies, honey. Because I said, I just know damn well.
Well, I look at it like, people are going to attempt to judge you, like, no matter what. I mean, my thing is, I'm just going to, just be transparent, just be who I am. I'm not going to change up who I am based on what people think about me. I'm going to continue to be who I am. If I feel that, I'm doing right by certain people, if I'm, taking care of my children, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do at home, I mean, hey, it is what it is. So it's really not too much to prepare to come to an interview. I'm just going to be who I am.
So when the idea came to you or was presented to you and Melanie 3 years ago about doing this show, what were your expectations? Because I know you've seen many reality shows that have ended in divorce because it's a reality show. So coming on a show like this, exposing yourselves, with probably having problems prior to coming on the show.
There we go.
What did you think the setup was going to be like? What do you think was going to happen?
We had our ups and downs, The TV thing is something Melly always wanted to do. Mm-hmm. We seeked Carlos out years ago. And so when we first...
Thanks for being here, Anthony Loftus. I think
it was more Thanks for being here, something like on HGTV, building houses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That was the angle, and that was the actual sizzle that we put together.
Okay.
And but they liked us so much. Carlos was like, let's do something. I want to do something with you guys, no matter what. And but it came to be that he wanted to be what you call the show with many people on it.
Yeah, I don't know, a lot of folk.
There's a huge.
I'm sorry for the ads, guys. My apologies.
Attorneys and truck wreck attorneys. You can be a great
ensemble.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, an ensemble.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but in the beginning, actually some years ago, Carlos asked if we wanted to be on Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
And at that time, I was like, hell no, so I'm gonna keep my wife.
Right.
Because divorces always happen.
Exactly.
And lo and behold, here we are.
Here you are.
On the damn show and being divorced.
So, you're putting it out there. It's going to be raw. What was the conversation prior to even starting the show? Look, Melvin, now listen, we got to do this. Or was it?
We make in order to get to that level, but we just had a lot of downtimes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we went through it. And right now, we're trying to get in that perfect place to be great co-parents.
Yeah, co-parents you have to be because when there's children involved, you have to learn how to get along regardless of how you kind of feel about it.
No matter what. Yeah, you got to because if not, I mean, it's going to be hard for the children.
Right.
It's already hard enough that they're seeing something different in the household,
right.
So right now we got like a co-parenting coach and things like that.
Oh, that's cool.
So and on the show and in real life, you know what I'm saying?
Right, not just because on the show.
Because we want to be great co-parents.
Hot 923 middays with T. Marie. We are sitting here with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, Jesus, Mr. Holt is in the building. Martell. But you know what? Martell's got that smile, so he'll try to charm y'all. He'll be like, oh, I kind of like him. But let's get to the dirt, though.
Oh, man.
What was the turning point, Martell? What was the point that it was like, I can no longer, or we are no longer going to be able to coexist together?
I think just too much disrespect was in the relationship on both ends.
Right.
Yeah. See, some people say, like right now, Mel would say the baby. No, we're gonna divorce before the baby.
Before the baby.
Yeah, you know.
If y'all want to know what the baby is, the new baby that's in the picture.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Martell has 5 children that he's taking good care of.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna continue to take good care
That's
of.
right.
You know. So yeah.
So the disrespect on both ends.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, because there's a lot of women who feel like that Martell is the disrespectful one, that he doesn't appreciate what he has, that he didn't understand, you know, who his wife was and how to be there for his wife because he was selfish in his own wants and needs. What's your answer to that?
Well, don't forget, I was married for 12 years to Melody, and we had a lot of great times, you know. And I always pushed her out front, you know, because I saw her potential and things of that nature. So it wasn't that I was selfish or anything like that, or I always wanted it about me. No, it's just certain times that I felt that I should be appreciated. It's because, I really felt that, you know, almost like, it's like certain events we'll go to, like, you know, I do want you to say, like, I want to thank my husband for this and that, you know, but we had to get into like so many arguments before that even started to happen, and that's in real life, you know. But
well, a lot of times when that happens, when women stop acknowledging, if she was the type of person who acknowledged you before, there's something. Yeah. So she was never.
No. I mean, so that's why, you know, I started. You know, we talked about it.
Okay.
You know, so it's not like it happened to stop, or
gotcha.
It wasn't happening, and I started being aggressive and trying to push it on you. No, it's gonna be a conversation. Okay. Like, let's start doing this. Let's work toward this.
Okay. So she was never that from the beginning.
Yeah.
So if that's something, this is one thing I talk about in the compatibility piece, which I was talking about earlier. If she was never that, what made you go ahead, if that's something that you needed, what made you go ahead and marry into that situation? Did you think that would change?
Oh, no. So when we first got married, like we were, you know, early 20s, mid 20s, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even none of that in the first place when I asked her to marry. I met her in college.
Okay.
And then 9 months later, I proposed to her.
Okay.
You know, and then another 9 months later,
you were married.
Man, on this day.
Oh, right? Wow. Happy anniversary divorce.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today, would have been our 14th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. So
what
you talking about, Joe?
I know.
Yeah. What was you talking about?
So we were talking about it didn't start that way from the beginning.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, we wasn't even those positions. You know, she was in college to be a teacher. She became an English teacher, and I became a special ed teacher. So those, and then, you know, I cut grants and stuff like that. You know, that's how we started to make a little bit of money.
Right.
So that was our beginning. So our beginning was never on stage.
But you knew you still needed acknowledgement. As a man, that was something you always needed. Was that ever voiced?
No. I mean, in the beginning, no, it didn't. You know, I guess the typical man. I wasn't thinking about that.
Right.
But, you know, when we go up a level, you know, certain things need to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You start getting on these stages, and you know that your husband and paved the way for real and put the base down there. And like, I want to thank my husband for making these sacrifices and pushing me 110%.
And sometimes that's not in a person, though, right? You know, she may not even have had that. So that part of getting to know each other, you know, did you get counseling? Did you talk about it prior to getting married?
No. See, that wasn't as serious. You know, we talked about it,
right.
And I mean, we did get into arguing about it. But then, you know, she started doing it.
Right.
And as you can see on one of our episodes, I think that what was that? Because she's coming out with a product line. Embrace Beauty.
Okay.
And so she thanked me heavily on that. That made me feel good.
Yeah, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was very vocal with that, and, you know, I helped out tremendously. You know, just a little acknowledgement. That's it. But there's nothing serious.
So Hot 923 Middays with T. Marie, we are talking to Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I want to know, Martell, what was the point or what was it in your relationship, or what were you missing that made you start to find it in other places outside of your house?
I guess being the father that I am, I'm very hands-on with my children. I've always been hands-on with my children. So it's not like the one, you know, typically the one will come in and take care of the kids, make sure the kids good. But, you know, I consumed a lot of that, you know, so it's like certain things that I expect you to do on a daily basis, you know, cooking, you know what I'm saying? Cleaning, possibly, you know, but I would certain things I would help out around the house. and you know, make sure I'm taken care of, you know, in a sexual manner. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like if those things aren't being met, like you know, with the cooking and stuff, like I mean, cook twice a week and we eat leftovers.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no reason that I should be going out picking up food for my kids and myself. You follow me?
Right.
Like
I'm sorry for the ads, you guys. Oh, he is team too much for me, y'all.
Kids, and I'm still making the majority of the money. So it's not like I'm a stay-at-home dad either. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't get it. People say like, no matter what, you shouldn't cheat on your wife or you should leave. And then I got a family.
Right.
You know, and so it's not that I want to leave. You know,
but
so,
you needed those needs met.
Yeah, and you know, I expressed those needs.
Okay.
I expressed those needs over and over, you know, to my wife.
So after stepping out, coming back, and expressing his needs, no changes?
No, I'm sorry. Okay. No, I didn't step out first.
Okay.
No, I want people to know Martell wasn't a damn cheater.
Okay.
I've never been a cheater.
Okay.
Never.
So no
even with my girlfriends, and I've never been a cheater.
Okay.
So no.
Okay.
When it came to my marriage, no, I wasn't a cheater.
Okay.
You know, I told Mel, hey, look, you need to start doing this, and like start cooking. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whenever I want sex or any kind of sexual need, I mean, just make sure I'm satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And no, it didn't happen. And really, it didn't happen until she caught me cheating for real. And then she came back doing things. Right. But I'm like, damn, now I'm a lover.
Right.
I mean,
so
like right now my mind is so overfilled. My emotions, it's like I can't shake this shit.
Right. Understood.
Like, so I mean, it was tough. Right. So you know, I would go without talking to this particular person, but now it's like I'm missing this person.
Right,
you know
because now you've transitioned your love over to this situation here.
Yeah, I mean, but I still love my wife.
Right.
You know, I didn't lose a beat at home either, though. You know what I'm saying? And you know, she would tell you that I still took care of the household, the family, the kids, and still going places with the kids, being the dominant parent. Us going out to eat, us taking trips. I didn't miss a step, but still I'm missing something. Right. Like when she was absent, you know, I was coming to her telling her like, hey, listen, you need to do this and do that. And it didn't change.
Let's explain the difference between love and being in love, because that's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, I can say I love you.
Right.
And, you know, I'm just like, I love you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but even with your
I care
wife,
for your well-being.
Right. Because even with your wife, you loved her. You may have still loved her and wanted to be in love with her, but did you find yourself emotionally in love with this other person? But you had the love you had for your wife may have kept you.
I don't know what the hell I was in with nobody.
What was you doing, Martell?
I mean, no, for real, I was confused.
Yeah.
No. And I mean, I love both people.
Yeah.
I love both people. Honestly.
He is such an asshole.
I mean, that's tough by itself. Yeah. You know, you couldn't shake that.
We're almost to the end, guys.
I prayed on it. You know what I'm saying? It was nice that I prayed on it, and you know, going to church and really putting it all at the altar. You know what I'm saying? And like it didn't work.
So seeing what we saw, seeing what we see on TV about Martell, who Martell is, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Are we seeing somebody totally different because of editing? You know, we love to blame editing and how they put things together. Yeah, so are we seeing somebody totally different than who you actually are?
Yeah, some of it. And really being on reality TV, now I would definitely say that on reality TV is not reality, because they tell you to go here and you're going to talk about something that you had forgot all about that happened a month, 2 months ago. Yeah. You know, so that's going to flare up certain things about you. You know, you're going to be upset again, you know. So TV is, no. And if all your fans right now that's dogging me, they met me and stayed with me over the course of a week, they'll be like, damn, he's a cool guy. Right. You know, because like all of my friends, I mean, they will all tell you. My family members, they will tell you, like, that's not Martell on TV. But some of the anger that you see on TV, because I've been hurt, you know, lost my family. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I lost my family, but I'm divorced now. Right. You know, I still my children, you know, they're with me half the time, they're with their mom half the time. But that dynamic is broken, is gone. So that hurts. Yeah. You know, and if I'm having to continue to talk about that, shit, I'm getting angry. You know, and then I have other people coming into my business that, I mean, that wouldn't happen in real life. you guys want to see me act out.
Right.
Because, like, I don't let people get up into my business. Melody and I, we've always been private people. And she know I've always been private. So even for me to be in this interview, it's not like me.
It's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's not me. Melody, we want her to be on TV.
Right.
Real, you know, me getting on TV, I would say it's by default. And it was really a sacrifice I was willing to make to get her to the next level.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not comfortable with any of this, you know? So, but I'm cool with it, though.
Yeah. I like the fact that you're transparent. I like the fact that you're willing to let people know that there was some emotions that may have gotten out of hand that didn't look like what you were actually feeling, or may have been actually who you are, but it was for that moment.
What's that?
Your emotions, like the things you may have people felt like you overreacted to, some of the lashing out, some of the yeah.
I mean, y'all gotta understand. Like when y'all see me being angry, it's not like something just happened at that moment and I'm just so upset.
Right.
No, it's something that's been happening for a course of time, and then like certain things that I'm not accustomed to. That's really like say Melody's brother or something like that coming and asking me about my kids and telling me that one of my kids I wish that such and such was my dad. Like what the fuck? I'm not used to that.
Right.
Like he don't even know me good enough to listen to the producer to come tell me something like that. I don't play that. I'm grown. I'm a father. You know, I don't even play like that.
So you guys heard what Martell.
Oh my God. Did y'all hear these lies? I said, what in the hell? First of all, she paid, and I see it in the chat. I was going to say it too. First of all, you paid this man $3,000 to sit on your platform. Her name is Teen Marie. All right. She's some kind of interviewer. She has like a little radio, whatever, little radio station, whatever. He done went on there and she done paid him $3,000 to sit on there on her channel, on her platform and lie. He is trying to say that he pretty much created Melody and that he pushed her into being the star that she is, but he's mad because she did not acknowledge him. I said, first of all, he said when she got up there and she would do her little speeches or whatever, she would acknowledge me and that would bother me because you should mention your husband. You should praise your husband. Who are you? Why does he have this God complex? Martell has this God complex to where he feels like everything should revolve around him, that he should be praised, that he should be pushed out there, that he made Melody. This is not 1867. Let me just say this. When he said in the interview that Melody wasn't cooking, he did what he did because Melody wasn't cooking, that you need to cook 2 times a week and that you need to clean. Who are you? Now, everything you saying that she needed to do, you're having to do now. So if you are doing that now, why couldn't you do that in a marriage? Why could you not help her? If you saw that she was overwhelmed, y'all have 4 children. Why could you not go in there and help clean and or cook or start dinner? To where she is not feeling like she is doing everything. He is acting like he is out here doing all these jobs like LeBerick or something. He acting like he LeBerick out here. You got a whole barbecue company you running. You working in a Fortune 500 company. You so busy making deals when you're not. You were running around in these tight ass suits while Melody was running Holt and Holt running the business. You were not doing nothing, Martell. So how is it that you out here making all these moves and you so tired and you said Melody ain't doing this? Because she's tired. It's hard being a mom. I got 1 child, so I cannot imagine her trying to juggle 4 children, really 5, including him, because Martell is just like a child. And I blame his mother. Like I said, Martell is looking for somebody to be his mother and take care of him. You're a grown-ass man out here, and you complaining about, I shouldn't have to go out and pick up nothing to eat because she should cook. You going to Popeyes every other day now. Why is it okay? And why is it okay now for you to go out and eat Popeyes now when you complained about it then? If it was okay for now, it's okay then. I don't understand it. You making a big deal about something that you should not be making a big deal about. Food is food. I don't care where it comes from, whether she cook it or whether you go pick it up. At the end of the day, your children are still eating. You should want to go pick up food for her some days so that she don't have to cook and relax. She's had a hard day at work. Say to her, look, Mel, don't worry about cooking today. I'm going to go pick something up for everybody so we can relax so that you don't have to cook and have this pressure on you. Your job as a husband, and that's his problem. He don't know his place as a husband because he's been coddled his entire life and allowed to get away with things like his mama has allowed him to do. His mother damaged him bad. I keep saying it. Marlene, the drinking machine, baby, you have damaged this one real bad. I don't know how that other brother turned out that he has, but Martell is damaged. He's damaged. Now you out here on this smear campaign trying to make Melody look bad so that you can try to recreate your image and make people like you and see you in a different light when you are still the narcissistic, sorry asshole that you were when we first saw you on the screen. And that's just on period. Y'all know I'm gonna always keep it 1,000 over here on this channel, baby. You, Martell, you are damaged goods. And it don't matter who you meet. Like you said, the next person that I meet, I'm not going to cheat on them. That is in you. Whatever is in you will come out. You did it to this woman. It's going to be worse because you're still doing it now. You are still doing it now. You still running around playing with Ariane while you messing with Sheree. So you done allegedly moved on with Sheree trying to clean. That's all in an effort to try to clean up his image. That's all it is. He don't love Sheree. We just saw the other day where Ariane was sitting at Martell's house while he's all the way in Atlanta with Sheree. So what kind of relationship is that? It's fake as hell. You're not serious in a relationship with this woman. If you got your baby mama sitting over at your house waiting on you to leave, be with your other side chick so you can come over here and do the same mess you was doing over there. And I blame these pick-me's for allowing that type of behavior because you steady feeding into that narcissistic ego that he has. And that mess got to stop. The reason he and Melody didn't make it is because she didn't feed into that narcissistic bullshit that he likes to contribute every time he opens his mouth. That's what it is. He is mad because he was not able to control this woman. Martell likes to be in control. People who are narcissistic like to be in control. And when they're not in control, they are crazy as hell. They are off the rockers. Martell goes from 0 to 1,000 in 2 seconds. We have seen it so many times. Then you sit your ass on this interview. Well, I was the breadwinner and I was the one that was pushing her and I was the one that was this. Yeah, you did turn around and marry her 9 months after college because you knew what you were getting. Martell knew what he was getting when he got with Melody. He knew back then her potential and where she was going. So he hurried up and attached himself onto her, knowing that he needed somebody to take care of him. They're going to say, oh, she went to college to be a school teacher, and I taught special ed. I bet you did. Maybe you were in special ed. I don't see you teaching nothing because you can't even put 2 sentences together. Walk around with a helmet on in special ed. That's where your ass was. You ain't fooling nobody. I don't see you teaching nobody nothing because you can't even read, Martell. So who is dumb enough to be giving you any type of credentials out here to be saying you was anybody's teacher when your ass can't even read? And that's on period. You cannot read. I said his ass need to walk around 24/7 with a leapfrog, baby, because every time you open your mouth, everything that come out of your mouth be just crazy. You sounding out words as a grown ass man. What is you? Bitch, it's is. I-S. Why are you sounding out is? That's 2 letters. What's going on with you? Really? Is that the type of bullshit we own out here today? But you was a teacher, okay? Now the grass parting person, the grass cutting part, I believe that. When he said he used to cut grass, I believe that because that's a no-brainer. Okay, wherever you see the shit popped up, you go over there and cut it down. Now that I can see you doing. But being somebody's teacher, absolutely fucking not. I'm sorry. We're not gonna play them games over here. And I'm woke now. I told you I'm not a morning person. I was dragging a little bit, but that interview don't woke me up. Absolutely not. Whose teacher were you? Thank God Melody's kids got her brains because, baby, you ain't even slow, Martell. You on pause. And for you to be continuing to set up interviews out here trying to be telling lies to make yourself, he's on this campaign, like I said, to make himself look good. Martell is on a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. He is trying to make people not like Melody. That's why he keeps throwing stuff out. She wasn't doing this. She wasn't doing that. So he wants to put that narrative out there that she was such a horrible wife and it was her fault that they got divorced when you made a whole baby out here. You made an entire child and continue to cheat. So that's how you fix things in your life, by creating other issues, Martell. That is not how you fix issues in your marriage, by going out and cheating and bringing a whole nother individual into your mess and allowing your side chick to disrespect your wife. Then you hop your ass on interviews and try to put it on her to make it seem like she was the one that did this mess. She didn't bring no babies into the relationship. And even when she wasn't getting what she needed at home because you were so busy over there with Ariane, she went lacking as well. So did she go out here and have a baby by somebody else? And my thing is this: you expect her to stay with you Even though you did all these things, you cheated on her for 7 or 8 years and had a whole baby on her, and you mad because she divorced you, when if the tables were turned, you would not stay with her if she ran out here and cheated on you and had a whole baby on you, Martell. And I'm just going to be 100 when I say that. And it is crazy, the mentality of him to feel like somebody is supposed to give you something. He feel like Melody owes him something. This woman was miserable for 12 years married to his ass. And like she said, I stayed pregnant. He wanted her to stay barefoot and pregnant and stay in the kitchen and cook and clean and run behind him and believe his bullshit and go to Holt & Holt, run the business, pull all the deals while he pranced around in these tight ass suits and not answer his phone when she called. Y'all saw it on the show. She said, where were you? I was calling you. He out riding around with his suit on, trying to look important on the phone with Ariane or maybe at Ariane's house or some other chick, because she said he was with several women while they were married. So you were disrespectful. But then you want people to believe that it was somebody else when it's you. That's how narcissistic people think. They don't take no accountability. And it's so draining. I saw it in the comments. It was like, Caramel, it's just too much. I don't want to hear no more. But I wanted you guys to get to the end of the video to hear everything he had to say and see just how crazy his ass is. Women, if you are married to or dating a narcissistic person, I keep saying it, baby, they're not going to change. The shit ain't going to get no better. It's just going to only get worse. Everything that happens in your relationship, you're going to get blamed for it. I told you, Martell has created this YouTube movement. Anytime you call him out on his bullshit, it's you too. You too. Martell, you out here cheating. You too, Melody. Every time Melody throw it out there, Martell, you cheating. You too. There he go with his sign. You too. Melody, you cheating too. Where's the proof? She keeps saying, show me proof. Prove it. He get quiet. He can't prove it. But it sounds good to be able to throw that back at her. It sounds good for him to be able to throw, oh, you cheated too, back at her. You treat this woman like a dog, then you run around here stalking her. So at what point do you take accountability? You still love her. That's obvious. Or maybe you love the fact that she was giving you something that your ass didn't deserve. All the things that she was giving you, you did not deserve. You did not deserve for her to cook for you, clean up behind you, or give you any type of sexual desires because you were being disrespectful to her. Some of those things you got to earn. I don't feel compelled to go and cook nothing for you if you run around here cheating and having your side chicks disrespect me and calling my house, telling me that I didn't call to speak to you, put so-and-so on the phone. You don't deserve to eat nothing, let alone I ain't balling you a hot dog. And that's on period. I wish the hell I would go in and cut my stove on and boil you a hot dog after you up and disrespecting me in that manner. Sir, if I can even call you sir, with your slow ass. How does he continue to be on this show? I keep asking myself, why? Carlos King. Did he sit his ass at the reunion? Carlos sit there and give Martell all this clout of, oh, I'm concerned about you. No, your focus need to be over here. You need to be concerned about Melody. That's the one who went through the cheating for 8 years and a whole baby being had on her. That's where your focus needs. What you crying for Martell for? Because it's obvious that he don't give a hot damn about nothing you saying, Carlos. Martell sat right there while what Carlos was saying went right in his ear and right out the other. He ain't heard nothing that he said. And even after Carlos sat there and cried his eyes out and said everything that he had to say, they waiting on a response from Martell, and he's sitting over there. That's his response out of everything that he had to say. That's what you start out with. You sitting over there humming like your ass is. I said, Lord, I cannot. I don't know how Melody did it for 12 years. Girl, you strong. You are Melody, and I know you be watching our channels, baby. You are a strong woman to put up with somebody with the likes of Martell, baby. You strong. It could not have been me. I'm not that strong. The way my mouth is way too slick, I would have been told his ass a long time ago, baby. A long time ago. All right. Because it was already said before they got married that he was already out here running around and cheating. Okay. So I'm guessing by then she done already told everybody they about to get married. Because like I said, he hurried up and went on and proposed to her right after college. Because he's like, oh, you can't get away. You got all these degrees. You smart. She was doing his homework in college too. He was like, oh, yeah, you can't get away because I see where you going. And that's the problem with him now. He sees where she's going. That's why she's in court now for full custody. So he can stop her from doing what she want to do, so he can do what he want to do. Now your ass is in Atlanta. She can't move to Atlanta, but you can go to Atlanta and stay in Atlanta and be there whenever you want to be there. This woman cried at the last reunion saying she hates it in Huntsville. She hates being in Huntsville because it's like a dark cloud and it's a constant reminder of all the bullshit that she's had to deal with. But he can hop in his Uber truck on $5 off pump 10 and take his ass to Atlanta to go lay up under Sheree. But Melody can't move out of the state of Alabama because you want to be close to your kids when you're not even close to them. You in Atlanta. So that's why he's holding this custody thing over her head. It's all about control. He wants to be able to tell her when to come and go, what to do as it relates to these kids, who is watching these kids, as if he cares. He don't care. If you cared, you'd have been there. If you cared, you would have been running around during the pandemic, putting their lives in danger. We talked about it. You put your entire family's life in danger. Then you sit up here talking about what you miss the most is coming home to your children and the whole dynamic of coming home to your children and wife. Really? Because when you had the opportunity to do that, you wanted to be everywhere else but there. So Melody gave you what you wanted to be gone. She unattached herself from you. She detached herself from you so that you can go and do whatever you want to do, and you still won't let go. You still running behind her. You still bothering her. You still trying to see who she talking to in her phone. You still driving by her house. You still questioning the kids. Who watching y'all? Where y'all at? Who mama be talking to? You still doing all that instead of letting go and moving on. Y'all are divorced going into 3 years now. And he's still on that bullshit. Still on it. Then you're going to turn around and fix your mouth to say that you will not interview with nobody unless they pay $3,000. Who are you? Let's go back there. Who are you? How did you get here? Because your ass was not supposed to be here. I keep saying it. How did you get here? How? Melody is not your mama. She was your wife, and you did not know how to treat her as such. You didn't understand the concept of being a husband. Your place is to be her helpmeet. You didn't help her. She was doing it all. Go back and look at episodes when they would go in Melody and then would have speaking engagements. The times that she did ask him to speak up and say something, he didn't know what to say. He was so damn. Martell was in a whole completely different world and a completely different mind space. He couldn't put two sentences together. Melody had to do all the talking. He just stood up there. I said, what are you even doing here? Why are you even standing up there? Go sit down. Let her finish doing what needs to be done. But you want her to shout you out and say, oh, my husband is everybody know you her husband. So why you got to always put your chest out and try to make you feel like you God around here, Martell? Then talking about you went to church to try to stop cheating, went to the altar and had the pastor pray for you, and you left it all at the altar. Obviously you didn't, because how did little diabetes get here? If that's the case, and his other brothers who didn't make it here prior to that, brothers or sisters, because Ariana was pregnant a few times prior to having this baby that you told her you did not want. We keep talking about it. Yeah, you told her you didn't want this baby. You told her you did not want this baby. But that was her way of holding on to you. That's your trap baby. Little Holt, little diabetes, little Maverick, as you like to call him. That's your trap baby. That's your karma. That's Ariana's karma too. Yeah, that's why she can't do a damn thing with him either. She cannot do a damn thing with that child. He's giving her hell. And he gives Martell hell when he get him too. He can't do, that's why he get that child every time he gets Melody's kids who are well-behaved kids. They the babysitters. That's who got to watch Lil Holt with his bad ass. And I'm going to say it right here. He is bad to the core. Melody's kids are made to watch this child instead of being able to spend one-on-one time with their dad. They are made to babysit Lil Holt, who is bad as hell, who hits, who has bad behaviors that is not being checked at home. So whenever they go to spend time with their dad, they can't even have fun and spend time with their dad because he's acting out. Little sugar mama, I'm sure he be hitting and pushing her and being wild with her. Martell let him walk around and step all over the kids while he got them sleeping over there on the floor. But you want them to be, you want to have full custody of them? Why would you yank them from an environment where they have a stable environment with their mother, when they can eat when they want to and have lights on and have a bed to sleep in? You don't have those things there. But then you dog her out, and then when she decides to leave you, you want to stand in front of the car and stop her from leaving. For what? Why folk come? Let's talk about that. Why folk come? You want her to stay there and continue to put up with your mess. Why folk come? Why folk come? This woman got to stay there and continue to put up with your mess because your narcissistic ass think you running something. And you don't. The only thing Martell runs is his mouth. And everybody that's stupid enough to continue to give him interviews and get on their platforms and continue to lie, y'all are just as crazy as he is. Just as crazy, just like Upscale Magazine was crazy to allow him to be on the cover of their magazine and do a whole article of lies. Y'all did not do your homework on this man. You ain't got to watch the show to go and do your homework on a person before you slap them on the front of a cover of your magazine to get up there and tell lies after this man know what he did. You wreak havoc in your marriage and you get up there talking about you the survivor. What did you survive? How you going to take on somebody else's title? You are the survivor? I lost everything. Yes, you did lose everything. Did you think you were going to walk away with a company and with millions of dollars after you did what you did? I don't blame her for filing for bankruptcy and dissolving the businesses. She is not about to take care of you, Martell, and your side chicks. That's plural. It's S on the end of that. Side chicks. Melody's not about to keep taking care of you and Ariane like she was doing in the marriage. Then you still turn around and take $30,000 plus $17,000. Steady taking from her. You took more from her than you put into her. And then you sit around here doing interviews, dogging her out and trying to put dirt on her name to make her look bad to build yourself up. Because your image is trash now. So you're doing everything you can to make people like you so that you can get businesses and make people support you. And it ain't going to work. Until you turn around, he already said too, I'm not apologizing anymore. I have apologized enough to Melody. I'm not giving Melody any more apologies. I'm done apologizing. Every morning you wake up and open your eyes, you need to have an apology on your lips for this woman. For the 12 years of hell she went through being with you. For the 12 years of hell that your children had to wake up and hear mom and daddy in there arguing and you yelling at their mama and mistreating her to where she got to hide in her closet to be away from her children to cry because you beating her down emotionally. Every time you open your eyes, your mouth need to open with an apology. Every time you see her, you need to apologize to her because she deserves that. Talking about you done apologizing. Every time you apologize, you don't mean it. That's the problem. You say it just to say it so people can stop telling you need to apologize. Apology without changed behavior is bullshit. It's just an apology. Real people, when they apologize, their behavior reflects the apology. If you're apologizing to me for cheating and raising your voice to me and being disrespectful to me, then those behaviors should not continue to be displayed after this apology has been made. That means you are working on yourself so that you do not continue to display that same action to me so that I can believe that you are changing and not do these things to me again. But if you're going to continue to be in that mindset, then don't be upset with me whenever I pack my stuff and put it in the back of my car and put my children in the car and tell you, okay, deuces, I got to go. When you see the skid marks in the driveway, don't feel no type of way. Don't come outside trying to stand in front of the car and want to talk to me now, because when I was trying to tell you how I felt, you weren't hearing me. So now it take me cranking up my car and putting the kids in the car, and you see me packing my stuff for you to now get it to the fact that you want me to stay and you want to work on it now? There's an expiration time on the time that I'm going to put up with the bullshit. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Just like milk expires, there's an expiration on the time that I'm going to put up with the bullshit. And that's just on period. You are only going to disrespect me for a certain time. And when I get done, when I told y'all, just like that microwave baby, when you hear that thing, that means I'm done. You don't get to play in my face no more after that. You don't get another thing. You don't get another one of those. When you hear that thing, when you hear that bell, I'm out of here because I'm done. You don't get to continue to disrespect me. And that's what Martell don't get. He feel like he can say and do whatever he want to do to people and they just got to take it because he's Martell. Thank you so much, Jazzy Bell, for the super chat, dear. I appreciate it. You don't get to continue to do that. And women, please, 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 do not allow someone to downgrade you and continue to play in your face and disrespect you in that way. Don't do it. And I like to talk to the women over here because I have a lot of women that follow me. Do not allow yourself to be in situations to where you will be emotionally torn down and treated any type of way just to say you got a man, because it's not that serious. I'm going to say it again. My favorite thing to say is self-love is the best love, baby. When you love yourself, you don't allow certain people to come in your space and treat you any kind of way, because you know what real love feels like. No one should love you more than you love yourself. Do I need to say that again? Somebody needs to hear that today. No one should love you more than you love yourself, but the Lord. We say the Lord, because he made you. Nobody should love you more. Thank you, Healing with Shar, for being here, ma'am. Nobody should love you more than you love yourself. And that's just on period. We put it right there. Big dot, period, right there. When you allow somebody to treat you a certain way that you would not treat yourself, then that speaks volumes to you and the mindset that you continue to have about yourself. Don't allow somebody to disrespect you in that way. Just do not. This man ran around on her for years. You put her life in danger. It's so much out there that could have taken this woman down. I applaud her for getting out what she did. And there is a time and place for everything. She said when God told her to go, that she went. Personally, I couldn't have stayed that long. My tolerance level is just not that strong like that. I just could not. I could not. I would have been gone. 7-8 years is a long time to be disrespected, and have another baby. And I'm not judging her, but I'm saying everybody's tolerance level is different. And I get it. She had her children and she wanted to make her marriage work. She did not want her children to grow up without their parents in the home, to be in a broken home. But sometimes you got to detach yourself and say, you know what? I know God got me, and I'm going to go ahead and step out on faith and do what I got to do. And I'm just going to deal with it on the end. I'm going to let him do what he going to do, baby. And we're going to figure this thing out on the back end. I'm going to be able to put my head on my pillow, and I ain't got to worry about where this man is. I ain't got to be crying no more. My children ain't got to see me in the closet, baby, in there crying my eyes out, and I'm depressed and I can't focus at work. I don't have to deal with that now. And she's in that place now. And narcissistic people don't like to see other people be happy. Martell is not happy, and he sees that Melody is happy and over him. So he wants her to be back in that space that she was when they were married. Unhappy, worried about him, stressed out, crying. He sees she's not there no more. So he's trying to figure out in his crazy mind, how can I get her back there so that I can regain that control? Because that's what makes me feel more like a man, to beat her down and take her out of her comfort zone. But when you have the covering of this person up here over your life, there is nothing that no one can say and or do to you. Martell can't do anything else to Melody, and he knows that. When you know who you are and whose you are, you don't worry about people like Martell. And that's why he's mad at Melody, because she ain't worried about him, honey. What Lil Wayne say? I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. She ain't got no worries. She ain't got no worries. He see where she's going. She's going to the top. And she's going there without him. And it's bothering him that everything that he keeps trying, it ain't working. His plan was to stay attached to her no matter what. No matter what he did, he felt like she was never going to leave. And he said it several times. I never thought that me and Melody would ever end. So you thought she was going to always be there and allow you to continue to drag her down and continue to take you where she was going so that you can sit back and stick your chest out and take all the credit for where she's going. But he don't realize that it really wasn't her that removed her from his life. It was God that removed her, because he was taking her to a place that you were not allowed to go, because you didn't know how to act when you get there. It's certain places and certain realms in your life, certain places, and people cannot go with you there. And we keep talking about it. Everybody cannot go to the certain places that God is taking you to. So if you got people that's hanging on to you that don't mean you no good, you got to let them go. Thank you so much, Melody McFadden, for the super chat. You got to let them go. Martell won't meant to go. You mad at the wrong person, Martell. You're doing interviews talking down on Melody, and that's not the person that got rid of you, sir. It's just not. God removed you out of her life. He will not put more on you than you are able to bear. He knew what she was going through. He said, okay, enough of the crying. No. I'm trying to take you to a certain place. I need your eyes to be, I need your eyes clear. No more crying. Let me move him out the way. Go and file the papers. Yep. Let me get him on out the way. Now I need your eyes over here because this is where I'm taking you. Okay. Don't worry about all the stuff he did to you, because where you're going, you're not even going to remember. It's going to be much better. Where you're going now is better than where you are right now. Okay. Don't worry about what he did to you, because I'm about to put somebody in your life that's better than him. That's going to protect you. That's going to be your protector. That's what a husband is, a protector and a provider. She didn't have that in him. She didn't have that in him. So he had to be removed so that the person that he really had for her, thank you so much, Meek, to you, so that the person that he had for her could be in that space. Martell was occupying space that he did not deserve to be in. And that goes for anybody else that's holding on to sorry ass people that have no point in your life. Let it go. Miss Scorpion Miss, thank you so much. Let it go. It's not going anywhere. It's only holding you back from being where you were destined to be. And that's just on period. Stop holding on to sorry people that's pulling you down. Everybody is here for a certain destiny, and you cannot move forward in life steady holding on to things just because you don't want to be alone. Sometimes you got to be alone. Lonely does not mean that you are alone. Did anybody hear what I'm just saying? Being lonely does not mean that you are alone. Sometimes you need that quiet time, that space. Melody had to go through that moment where she had to heal and be in that alone time with just her and God, to where he could talk to her and minister to her and get those feelings up out of her, because she was feeling broken, that she gave everything that she could to this person and they continued to disrespect her. Sometimes you got to get by yourself. Turn the TV off, get by yourself, focus and pray to yourself, and just be open. And just let him continue to pour into you and get those things, just wash you and get those things up out of you. And she had to go through that. Martell could have made her lose her mind. And that's what he was trying to get her to do, to throw her off to where she was going. He knew if he drove her crazy, she could not be mentally where she needed to be to go where she was going. So it took God removing him out of that space to say, I have a certain place that I'm trying to take her to, and I need her to be mentally capable of being able to handle where I'm taking her. So I need to move you out the way, sir, because I see you're not going to do right. He gave you 12 years to get it right. That's a long time. So since you didn't take opportunities, you didn't take the right opportunities needed in those 12 years to get yourself together, to turn that behavior around, you had to be removed, and you mad at the wrong person, sir. You want Melody. Yes, she signed the papers, but it was through him. He removed you. So if you're going to be mad at anybody, that's who you need to be mad at. That's on period. You can sit out here all day and say you were a great father. Lies. Great fathers don't walk out of the house and leave their wife and children home to go out and create other families and maybe contract things and bring it back home. You kissing on your children while you out with strange women. That's not a great father. That's a dangerous father. We're going to speak facts. We're going to speak facts. You were out doing crazy things with Ariane. She would hop online and tell it, oh, he's doing this. He's putting his mouth here. He's doing this. And you come home and kiss on your children. It's a hot mess, y'all. I can stay on here and I can go on and on and on and on, baby. But listen, women, men too, because men have sorry ass women in their lives too. I'm gonna speak to everybody, not just the women. I have a love for women because I'm a woman, but we're gonna speak to everybody today, men or women. If you hanging on to a sorry ass woman that just will not get her stuff together, let it go. Let it go. That's not who you meant to be with. That's not who you are meant to be with. We all have a destiny in life and a certain time to get there. Stop wasting time and allowing a person to hold you back from being where you need to be in life and getting there. There's a certain thing called going through things. Melody went through things. Going through things mean you're going through it. Yeah, you're going through it. It hurts. Yes, it does. Sometimes when I'm driving, I see people when you're going through a storm, and I'm going to use this as an example. When you're going through a storm, I see a lot of times people pull over. What are you pulling over for? Keep driving. Don't sit in your storm when you can keep going and get up out of that. It's clear on this end. Why are you stopping in the middle of the storm where you cannot see and function? Get through your storm. Keep driving, because further up, the storm is going that way. Keep driving and get out of that mess so that you can see where you're going. Y'all get where I'm going with that? Do that make sense? A lot of people like to pull over and sit there in the rain and you can't see shit or stuff. Let me say stuff. You can't see nothing. Versus keep going, get through it, get through it. Yeah, you can't see. Turn your wipers on, baby. Like this here. Keep going. It's better on the other side. But people don't realize that. You start going through things and it gets tough for you and you feel like you can't make it and you just stop. You cannot stop in that mess. You got to keep going. Suppose Melody would have stopped and gave up. Yeah, Martell would have been able to snatch them kids up. But she had to keep going. And he feel like he can do it now, but he don't understand her mentality is better than where she was whenever she was with him. It's going to be difficult for her to do it now because she's in a healed place. It's going to be very difficult. He felt like he could do it. The time for you to probably have done that, Martell, to go and file them papers was during the marriage, okay? To try to take them kids. That's when you probably should have done it because that's when she was in her most broken place. But now that she's healed and she's had that cleansing, no, sir. No weapon, sir. Sorry. No weapon formed against her. Baked, broiled, sauteed, steamed, barbecued. I don't care how you do it. Formed. We don't care, Martell. We don't care. We don't care. You will not be able to take them kids from this woman. You will not be able to succeed in life until you get yourself together and apologize and be honest about your apology. Be sincere. That's why nobody wants. That's why everything you keep doing keep failing. Because you can't be honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with nobody else. And that's just on period. If you stay the line to yourself, everything that come out of your mouth when you say something to somebody else is a lie. Because you can't even be honest with yourself. And that's the problem with him. You have told yourself so many lies until you believe them, Martell. And you think when you get in these interviews that they believe them as well. And we see straight through it. You look stupid. You look stupid. And that's for anybody else that's out here paying $3,000 to hear these lies. I will not. I already told you what I'd rather do with mine. Bing, right out the window. I-20, bing, right out the window, baby. But that's all I have for you guys this morning. We are here for y'all got a whole hour of Car Chronicles with me this morning. Hope you guys had a great time this morning. I hope y'all enjoyed the discussion this morning. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you. I think Anthony Lofties for being here. Healing with Shar for being here. I think Aunt Ann might have been here this morning. Thank you so much, Ella Joggers. Thank you so much for the super chat, dear. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here. We have 736 in Car Chronicles this morning. What? Can we get the likes up some more? We got 387 likes. Can we get the likes up some more? If you guys did not hit the like button on the way in, please hit it on the way out. Also subscribe if you haven't done that. We always have great discussions over here. Sometimes, hey, we got to drag, but then we got to have teaching moments. I like to have teaching moments because we have people that's going through real stuff that you really need to hear like a real good word. Not that I want to be a preacher or anything, but you know, I've been through some things in my life where I can kind of share some things and speak something over somebody. And I love that. Okay. I'm all about women empowerment, men too, because men go through things as well. But at the end of the day, we are our brother's keepers. And that's what we're set to do. We're set to be here and look out for one another. So Chef Don too, I think he was in here too. Thank you, Chef Don for being here as well. Thank you, Moz, for doing such a great job keeping the trolling down. Trolls, thank y'all for being here as well. Go on and hit the like button since you're here. Come on out the bushes. Okay, come on out the bushes and hit the like button. Thank y'all for being here as well. Okay, y'all have a great day. Hopefully I run into some more news today. I can pop back on and share with you guys. Okay, y'all have a great day. Enjoy your day, your hump day Wednesday. Okay, and goodbye.